Good morning, guys. Good morning from Rawai, guys. One of the best area in Phuket. I'm extremely surprised and I'm extremely happy that I finally, after so many times that I came to Phuket, I experienced Rawai area. Now I'm in Nai Harn Beach. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. If I'm not pronouncing it correctly, you pronounce it the way that you want it. But this is, I believe, one of the most beautiful beaches that I experienced in Thailand. It is very calm. It is not crowded. Obviously, it's low season. But one thing that I like about here is just so big and it's just not so many people. Even if now, if I walk to the beach, which is right there, just front of me, it's just probably only few people there. So it is not like crowded, crazy, a lot of people. So I'm just sitting here by the lake. Guys, I have today and tomorrow, I'm leaving this beautiful Rawai beach area and I'm just filming back to back. And the reason that I'm doing this, I'm sure you guys know that I don't sell anything that I don't like. But the reason that I'm just keep filming and showing guys the Rawai beach area, there's a lake here. This is a lake, guys, and that's the beach right there, which we're gonna go later on. And the reason that I'm just filming back to back, guys, back to back for you guys, and I know a lot of people, they want a really quiet time, when they're traveling, especially for those people that watching my video and they are traveling one time a year or twice a year. I feel bad for those people. That's why I'm filming, to show you guys the difference. I feel bad, because I just remember my life 3 years ago. You had to work so hard, to take that 1 day, 1 week off, or 4 days off, or 5 days off. And you want to go somewhere peaceful, just relax, enjoy your life, good food, not crowded, not assholes, sorry for my language, not somebody slamming the door, not somebody bringing ladyboys or prostitute middle of the night and there's a fight in the hotel and the people is screaming, yelling. If you don't want to deal with this kind of uncivilized people, you want a peaceful area, trust me, this is a really nice area, guys. In my hotel, I'm not happy with a lot of things in my hotel, but that's like attitude of people right now in Thailand, that they don't like tourism anymore. They don't like tourists anymore. But that's a different subject that I'm gonna talk about it. But it's just like you have a peaceful time. Nobody screaming, nobody yelling, nobody in the swimming pool late at night. It's just very, very quiet and peaceful time. So after 9 o'clock, you don't hear anybody smashing the door. It's just like enjoying it, like you're sitting, doing whatever. You want to watch the news, you want to watch the movie. You, like me, you want to spend like 5 hours to upload videos. You have a peaceful time and you can sleep and you can get up anytime you want in the morning. You don't need to get up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because bunch of really ridiculous Russians or Indians, or in Phuket, in Patong, people from Saudi, Middle East. Because I find them, oh my God, they're not really nice. They're not civilized. They didn't teach them, you don't need to slam the door. And same thing, I believe a lot of people hiding behind their religion. My religion says don't do this. My religion says don't eat this. But they do everything that, their religion says don't do it, but they're doing it. So, but it's just like they're taking advantage and they're doing the same shit, slamming the door and bringing ladyboys or prostitutes or whatever, I experienced this 2 weeks in Patong. So if you ask me, I've been to every corner and now I'm moving to another beach side after 2 days near the airport. I want to experience that too because everybody says it's quiet. So I had enough of here. Like I filmed enough. So I want to go and film around there too. So make sure I have covered everywhere. So if you're thinking Kara Beach, Karun Beach, Kamala Beach, whatever, Patong, don't even think about it. Between all this, so far my experience in Rawai Beach is fantastic. There is a green nature everywhere, peaceful. Even I believe in high season is not gonna be crazy. But obviously now tourism is dying in Thailand for so many reasons. And I already says that in my other video, and I'm gonna repeat my reason. This is based on my experience. Number one, accommodation prices are sky high. Accommodation price gone up so much, service level gone down so bad that it just sometimes it just like makes you upset when you are in the hotel, that in low season you're doing all the research, you've seen they have a good review, 9-star review, and then you book it and you walk to the room and then you find out air conditioning is not working, and the whole team including the owner is not friendly and they don't want to do nothing. That's pretty much now everywhere standard in Thailand. It's just like there's a war between the local and the tourism. Number two reason, food prices, transportation prices gone up so much, guys. Like if I want to have a beer right now somewhere here for a small one, I gotta pay 120 baht for a small beer. So that's just ridiculously high, man. Small beer wholesaler is, I believe, like 20-25 baht. So making 100 baht, like 6 times more, it just, to me, it's just ridiculously high. So, and that's a small one, guys. That's not the large beer. So it just like price gone up so much, especially in Rawai. Be honest with you, it's just worth to pay extra because it's very peaceful compared to other locations. Kata and Karuni is absolutely invaded by Russians. Here there's a lot of Russians, but you don't see them. Mostly they're living in the condominiums and whatever. But the overall prices of everything gone up so much, service level again down. Number 3 reason, guys. What was my number 3 reason? Now, this is the 2 major reasons that I have. It's just price gone up. People are not friendly anymore. And yeah, let's put it number 3 as a reason, the unfriendly situation in here. So I believe it's just like people in Thailand, because it was a number 1 destination for so long, they got used to that, you know, generosity of tourists. You know, I totally understand there's a lot of bad tourists here. Like I felt bad for a receptionist that I was calling every night, and she was speaking very good English in Patong, and she was coming up and then knocking on the people's door and say, be quiet. I felt bad for her. There is a lot of bad tourists here. But in the other hand, because here it was a number 1 destination in Southeast Asia for so many years, I believe the people that in hospitality business, they got a little bit used to that free money and generosity of the good tourists. So now they're taking advantage. You know, I understand there's a lot of bad Russians, bad Indians in Patong, a lot of people bad from Middle East, everywhere. You know, like there is a noisy people. Even a couple of old people in my hotel, I find them, they're very noisy and they're British. Screaming from one side to another side. So there is a bad tourism everywhere. You know, like in Pattaya, there's a lot of, you know, white, angry old men that they're causing a lot of issue. It's just like, I'm not saying it's just one nationality too. There is, in combined, there is a lot of bad tourism. If you go to Bangkok, you see a bunch of African guy in Sukhumvit area standing there and just telling you something, selling you drugs, you know, like you can go and experience it. I never saw that 2 years ago in Bangkok, but now if you go in Sukhumvit area, the Nana Plaza or whatever, that Terminal 21 area, yeah, there's a lot of African guys like sitting there just selling drugs. So there is all kind, but I hope Thailand think about everything a little bit differently. Get rid of bad tourists, put the, you know, visa qualification for certain countries that causing issue. So you don't need a bunch of African guys in Sukhumvit and Terminal 21 selling drugs there. So you don't need that, you know, like clean up that, you know. So get rid of the bad tourists, but I believe Thai people need to adjust their attitude about good tourists, people that clean, people that they don't cause any issue in the hotel, people that respectable, people that tipping you, people that talking to you with really respect. So, but if you're gonna put everybody in one basket, you know, like people, they're not gonna come back. For example, in my case, pretty much, guys, probably I'm not gonna come back anytime soon in Thailand, because it just breaks my heart that I see like the attitude that you're getting everywhere. It just sucks. It's just not respectable, and it's not like based on anywhere standard, guys. It's just like anywhere you go in Southeast Asia, you get the better service than here. Like, this is my experience, guys. Like, I had a complaint, and I'm sure you guys watching my video for a while, you know that one of the biggest issue that I have, and one of my biggest expense, to stay in nice clean area. This is my OCD. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. To me, my accommodation is very important. So I had issue in Philippines, I had issue in Indonesia, I had issue in Malaysia, I had issue in Laos, I had issue in everywhere. That's a normal things. But they try to accommodate you better than here. Here it's just like they don't care. For example, my hotel owner, I guess he's either British or Australian. They respond to, because the bellman, he pushed my luggage so hard that one of the wheels came out. So the response that I got from this guy is just like embarrassing, really embarrassing. If I was in hospitality business and I was owning the hotel, I was saying, okay, regardless what happened, you know, okay, let us help you to fix your wheel, you know, like maybe we can take you somewhere to fix it. But no, the response was, it was like, no, your luggage, it was broken, so when you came to our hotel, so everything in our hotel is good, our air conditioning is working very well. So you see the response you get in, regardless, like the, and that translates from the owner, that attitude to the employees, that they don't tell you good morning, nothing. It's just like ridiculous, guys. So based on my experience, pretty much be honest with you, again, that's maybe a lot of people that live in here, they don't come across those things, because obviously you have your own apartment, you don't deal with this stuff, you're doing your own cleaning, you're going to grocery, you're buying your own stuff. I'm sure you see the difference of the prices, because price gone up so much, but you don't see the, you know, the attitude in general. For example, you have your own bike, you have your own car, or whatever, you know, like you don't deal with the tuk-tuk driver, you don't deal with the taxi driver, because you don't need it. But for the people that they need that, you know, it's totally different. You know, for example, tuk-tuk drivers sitting doing nothing. If you tell them, okay, take me somewhere, they're looking at you, and right away for somewhere that is like 50 baht, they want to charge you 500 baht. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just like, you're sitting and doing nothing. Like, why don't you make a little bit money for yourself and charge me the right price? Why you inflating your price by 10 times? So, or in general, everywhere. So a lot of people that watching this video, probably they're not gonna come across a lot of issue like that if you live in here, because you have your own life. The price, I'm sure everybody agree with me, regardless you live in here or tourist, that price gone up so much everything. But in terms of a lot of complaining that I have about accommodation, about the transportation, airport, you know, airport is empty now. Most of the airlines, they charge you ridiculously high amount of money if your luggage a little bit over. Usually because I'm traveling with a lot of things, so a lot of clothing, unnecessary, I keep buying it. I get rid of a lot of them, but I add too much. So, for example, since I'm here in Patong, probably I bought, I don't know, 4 kg, 5 kg of short and the t-shirt and stuff like that. So adds, but usually I buy like 25 kg plane tickets, like I pay extra, and also 7 kg my backpack. But now, every time that I was traveling, and I'm traveling all my life, this is not only 3 years. I used to do backpacking in South America 12, 13 years ago, I was traveling all the time, you know, like in South America, when I was in Canada, Mexico, Jamaica, you know, Trinidad and Tobago. I've been to everywhere in South America. So, yeah, usually if you are over 1 or 2 kg, usually they close their eye. But now, because the airports are empty, airlines is not making money, so they pick on you, especially if you're tourist. So if you are over 1, 2 kg, they want an extensive amount of money. And the way that they treat you, that's the whole point, you know, like before, they're looking at your luggage, so you pay 25, but your luggage is 27 kg, and say, oh, sir, you're a little bit over, so make sure, check your luggage weight next time. So with a smile, but no, now you're just demanding money and the huge amount of money, and that comes back to experience. You know, you treat people like that, people are gonna go. For example, I'm not gonna travel with Bangkok Airways for the rest of my life, regardless, because the treatment that I got in Ryan Airport, it was ridiculous. For example, I won't travel from Ryan Airport for the rest of my life because I find out the airport staff are extremely rude, you know, like, and I went online and I was reading the reviews about the airport. Everybody was saying it's very rude people. So it's just like a personal experience, guys, you know, like you experience something and say, okay, I'm not gonna go there. For example, in my case, I'm not gonna fly with Bangkok Airways because the treatment that I got, it was really bad, because I used Bangkok Airways so many times, especially when I was in Koh Samui, because nothing else flies to Koh Samui because they own the airport in Koh Samui. I've been to Koh Samui maybe 5, 6 times, maybe more. I don't know how many times. Before even I become a so-called YouTuber, I was flying with Bangkok Airways. There's no other choice. So, for example, I won't do that anymore because the treatment that I got, it's just based on personal treatment, guys. It's just like, to me, like the treatment that I'm getting in Vietnam or Indonesia or anywhere else is just much more kindness. I'm not saying everywhere in Indonesia. Indonesia has really rough places, that because I was traveling with the train all over Indonesia. Some of the places that I went and I'm not supposed to be there because I find that there's nothing pretty much. They call it history behind it or whatever, but I find that it's just nobody watching that video, nobody cares, and you know, and I find that because it's not touristic or that there's not many tourists, the treatment was really bad. But those touristic places, no, they are very kind, clean room, service is good, everything works. If you complain about air conditioning and so forth and so on, they come and fix it. For example, in this hotel, I'm complaining for 4 days. Just to give me an extra key card, so make sure the air conditioning works 24 hours. This is the solution for their problem. And sometimes it's just, you cannot blame the employee. I believe the owner is one of those that he don't want to spend money because air conditioning is old. So, and sometimes I'm thinking, okay, you are from Western country. I believe you should be smart a little bit. So you're giving me a key card and I'm running the air conditioning 24 hours. So why don't you spend some money to put the good air conditioning instead of, you know, using electricity for 24 hours. So if you have a good air conditioning, nobody puts that for 24 hours. You can give the customer only 1 key card. So when you come into your room, you put the air conditioning on and your room is cold. So it's just like, sometimes you don't know, like you come across people that is just like, sometimes you're thinking like, are you dumb or what? Like you are in business, you don't know what to do. Like if I was in his shoes, I change the air conditioning regardless what is the cost of it. So I gave the customer 1 key card, so because air conditioning is working very well, so they don't need to run their conditioning 24 hours. But they just have to find out the whole system is broken here. You know, like one day you can, I don't smoke weed, I don't care, you know. I don't smoke nothing, you know. Even I didn't drink beer for past 2 months, and I'm so proud of myself because I had only 1 or 2 times and only 1 or 2 beers. That's it. I'm not drinking whatsoever, and I'm exercising, and I can see it. There's a difference. You know, I'm losing a little bit of weight. I don't need to lose a lot. I'm just want to lose at least 3-4 kg. So the bottom line is, guys, like, they're changing the immigration policy. They're changing, you know, those green policy. Just like every day is everything, something every day. You know, like every day there's a new drama. So that's just, it's just not, I don't think that's the right things to do. It's just none of my business. I'm a tourist here, I'm a YouTuber, I'm just sharing my experience. But Thailand needs to really think deeply about tourism, because I believe this kind of things that I said all over is gonna affect them really even worse than this year. Just what is going to come here, bunch of Indian that's sleeping at the beach, one bunch of Indian that is stealing stuff, you know, like, it's just like, when you push the good quality people out, so who's going to come? You're going to replace them with bunch of this kind of people. I was watching the Pattaya news, guys. 3 Indian guys goes to the beach road, pays 1,000 baht deposit to freelance prostitute. Prostitute comes to the room, and because she had a small breast, these 3 dumb ass Indian calling police. Go watch the Pattaya news. There is few YouTube channel that it just every day, you know, put in Pattaya news, and it just funny as hell. It's just like I'm laughing sometimes. 3 dumb Indian guys calling police and says, okay, the calling the police because the prostitute, the girl, she had a small breast and they want their money back. So imagine that. It's just like how dumb this tourism gone here. So anyways, guys, so this is going to be our relaxed discussion about so many things that I thought for you guys to know. And after that, there's a puppy here that next to me, I don't know why. So and then next time, I'm just gonna walk to the beach and explore the beach with you guys. And I have a lot of videos for you guys. I'm just doing it back to back. So make sure you guys have a good idea of this beautiful Nai Harn Beach and Ravai Beach area, because it's fantastic, and I recommend it to anybody that coming to Phuket. Forget about anywhere else. Just come and enjoy the peaceful time here. Cheers, guys, and see you guys and on the next video, which is going to be beautiful beach.